spent the last 20 years analyzing the global restaurant business from the inside out. I've studied the consumer habits and actions that feed this business every day. Innovation is found in places where few might look. It's where the real heartbeat of the restaurant business lies. Sometimes it's beneath the known Michelin stars or the glitz and the glamour of the posh addresses of the best restaurant districts in the business. I'm Paul Barron, and this is my show. And I'm in search of amazing food, stellar service, and that unforgettable experience. Welcome to Table 42. As you've probably seen on Table 42, we try to go across the country to find these great hidden gems. From coast to coast, actually. We're looking for those places that are kind of unique and off the beaten path. It took us to places in New York, LA, San Francisco, here in Miami, Dallas, Texas, Chicago. Table 42 spares no effort in trying to find the very best restaurants and chefs across the nation. So what we're doing in this Best Of episode is revealing our Best Of class of our first season of Table 42. You're gonna love these guys, because we loved them like nothing else. So our best menu to ambiance. Now let's talk about what menu to ambiance is. It's being able for a chef to match what they're doing on a culinary art level to what they've designed in their restaurant. We give that to none other than PB Steak. The Pub Belly Boys right here in Miami. That's right, it's the hometown of Table 42. But PB Steak did some things that are very unique. They tied together a unique culinary experience to something really special on the inside of the restaurant. Not only that, they didn't stop there. They went to the bar and really amped up their mixology program and took it to a whole new level. Those are the kind of gems we're looking for on Table 42.
And you can't have a plate of bacon without what?
An egg.
So we slow poach these eggs for 38 minutes at 140 degrees.
Okay.
So what it becomes is...
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
It's a slow poach.
Perfectly poached.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'm going to put that here.
That just is looking really yummy. Chef, this is what we're talking about when we're looking for these great innovations in dining today. And this creativity that you guys are doing here is something special. So, Chef, we're out in your restaurant now, actually before it's going to get a little crazy in here. From the looks of it, you guys have really done a unique thing with your design. You've kind of brought almost an industrial look into almost a New York feel in here, in a way. Where does that come from?
It comes from like our places are like the old brick and tavern style,
Okay.
more warm feel. I know we're in Miami, but you know, Miami has so many places that look the same, you know.
Exactly.
And we want to bring a little different feel. And when you come in here, you don't feel like you're in Miami. I mean,
Right.
you feel like you're in a lodge cabin in the middle of
Right.
the woods. You know?
Yeah. So up the Eastern Seaboard we go for our next Best Of series, and it's in New York City. Now, it's kind of hard to pick the perfect restaurant in New York City because there's just so many great ones. Great chefs, great mixologists. They really kind of push the city elements to the limit when you look at great culinary experiences on the streets of Manhattan. But we chose one that's a little different, and the reason is because it's a spin-off, actually kind of a casual feel of a very high-end restaurant in WD-50, which is Wylie Dufresne. So John McNally is the chef and the artisan creator of some very unique dishes at a place called Alder.
What Wiley and I wanted to do was take all the things that we've learned over the years, the techniques, the interesting flavor profiles, and flip them in a certain way that makes them new and interesting, but still delicious and fun and accessible.
Now, Alder is not your run-of-the-mill restaurant. It's one that takes things to a new level, but it's doing it in a very casual setting. They actually had a statement in the video that they are fine dining chefs preparing great casual food.
So this next dish is what we call here at the restaurant French onion soup rings.
Beautiful.
The inspiration came from a cross between French onion soup and our love of poutine. We have all like sort of the elements of French onion soup. We have beef, we have cheese, we have onions, we have chives, we have breading, but it's sort of served more like a poutine. We took what would normally have been soup and we made a gravy. Gorgeous. Which I'm gonna put on the bottom of the bowl.
So let's talk about the batter in those rings.
Yeah, the batter, we took a sort of a traditional tempura batter, removed the water and replaced it with a highly reduced cheese stock.
Okay.
So the onion rings themselves will emulate the cheesy sort of cheese flavor.
Right.
And then we've covered it with Gruyere cheese, which is, you know, traditionally served on French onion soup.
Nice.
And there you have it, French onion soup rings. This is very much the kind of food that you would want when you're having, like, you know, a beer or a cocktail, a glass of red wine. So, you know, it works.
Yeah.
It's a fun dish as well. You know, it'll make people smile.
So Table 42 goes from coast to coast. As you can expect, we go to San Francisco, LA, Seattle. Listen, we're covering the entire nation. But we stopped in a place in the middle of the desert, Phoenix, Arizona, behind a place called The Sanctuary. Now we're gonna do something really special in Table 42 from time to time. We try to stretch the limits of finding these hidden gems. Now when you look at The Sanctuary, listen, it's a resort that's a multi-million-dollar resort. They've spent a ton of money on a place that is just absolutely out of this world. But Elements, the restaurant, does something that's even cooler, I think, and that's being able to set a pace with a resort like The Sanctuary. And Elements is one that is really special because they're able to actually pace a place like The Sanctuary. Now, Chef Bo did some things for us with an amazing raw bar and really amped up what they're doing on a dessert side from a culinary experience. They really kind of put all the tools together as a great Table 42 episode. You are going to love this one. Well, so we'll get a chance to see really what ties this whole package together. This great kitchen that you guys have going back here. Obviously, this amazing...
Chef's table?
Yeah, how do we even explain this? This is one of the few concepts I've seen that have done something this over the top.
Well, thank you. We were very, very excited after the expansion to renovate this kitchen. And one of the biggest things that I felt, you know, as being a chef, we have to emotionally connect with our guests. We have to kind of get inside their heads and be on the same level. And, you know, many chefs have been able to step out of their kitchens or have an open kitchen. We wanted the opportunity for the guests to actually come right back in and be part of our kitchen. So we built this killer private dining room for 12 guests that opens up. And I wanted it to have two things. I wanted it to be intimate, if that's what the guests wanted, but I wanted them to be able to come right into the kitchen and experience some champagne, some ice shellfish, and celebrate food with us. And that's the whole concept behind Table 12.
Chef, so here we go. We're topping off some great items that you just helped us discover here at Elements. What is this, though?
You know, this is probably our most recognized item on the menu. It's a signature dessert. And believe it or not, I created the dessert about maybe 15 years ago for the restaurant called the PB Bomb.
Interesting.
And this thing has manifested over the years. My pastry chef, Audrey Enriquez, I just hired her. She's a super talent. And you know, when pastry chefs come in, they want the ability to really showcase what they could do. I didn't want to lose the affection my guests had for our PB Bomb.
Right.
So I said, Audrey, I want you to make me something super exciting, including peanut butter and chocolate.
Jazz
and
it
this
up.
is her modern interpretation. It's absolutely stunning. It's a chocolate silk cake on the base, peanut butter mousse. We have some fresh house-made caramel corn with some Rice Krispie treat, caramelized banana, and roasted banana ice cream. It's just finished with a little popcorn powder, and it's peanut butter and chocolate. I mean, that just says it all. Women
like the
go crazy
old-
for this dessert.
All gold standard.
100%.
You're going to love the rest of our Table 42 series in Season 1, and you're really going to love what we're going to be doing in Season 2. Season 2, we're really going to try to amp things up and do some things that are a bit off the reservation from what we've been doing in the past season. Hopefully, you'll get a chance to watch us. And if you haven't, check out our other episodes here on Table 42. You're going to love these guys. There's just too many good ones that you won't want to miss.